Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Brockopp side. Dolittle was directed by Stephen Gaghan, and Robert Downey Jr. plays Dr. Dolittle, a doctor guy that can talk to animals, and he has to go on this fun adventure on a boat with some talking animals to retrieve this thing to save the Queen. And of course, all kinds of talking animal-related shenanigans occur. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you live talking by movies. But anyway, well, I just saw this movie yesterday, and kind of an interesting theater experience because I literally had the entire theater all to myself. There was not another soul in there. I could hear the sounds of outside activity behind the screen. Very odd and a little disconcerting because, well, that's typically not what you're supposed to do, so either I accidentally bought 150 movie tickets, or nobody wants to see this movie. So, getting right into it, Robert Downey Jr., of course, brings his fun, kind of quirky, Robert Downey Jr.-esque performance to Dr. Dolittle in this movie, but unfortunately his performance gets bogged down by a few just kind of strange choices, especially in the accent department. He kind of has this weird, like, quasi-English accent, but he still sounds awfully American. We have no choice but to embark on his perilous journey. And even though I did come into this movie thinking, yeah, Robert Downey Jr., he could play a cool Dr. Dolittle, I just can't help but feel like he seems out of place in this movie because, well, let's face it, this is his first movie post-MCU, post-Avengers Endgame, so it just kind of seems like a strange choice to make after starring in the most successful movie franchise ever. And of course there are lots of talking animal antics with plenty of noteworthy celebrity voices in there like Kumail Nanjiani, John Cena, I believe even Selena Gomez as well. So, some of this talking animal stuff was fun, except for the moments when they have some really weird out of place pop culture references to things that, talking animals shouldn't be referencing in the time period this movie takes place in because, well, it's not exactly present day, and just this big old adventure that the characters go on just feels clunky at like every turn, whether you're talking about some really inconsistent pacing throughout. And then you got the bad guy in the movie that looks like he's something out of like a 1910s short film tying people to train tracks and stuff, and he has like the weirdest, tiniest little character arc in the entire movie where he just changes immediately and then he gets defeated. So it's just one of those things that just feels like, why are you there? Why'd you do it this way? Why are these decisions here that you made? And speaking of decisions, I'm pretty sure most people have heard by now, but there is a scene towards the end of the movie with a dragon, and Dr. Dolittle pulls things out of the dragon's butt, and yeah, that's kind of a big moment in the movies when Robert Downey Jr. pulls some stuff out of a dragon's ass. I didn't understand it either. So if I'm being honest, I didn't absolutely hate this movie or anything, but I just couldn't help but feel like it could have been significantly better than it was. I heard there were some reshoots that did to make it appeal more to children, which I think was a mistake because I think if they went with whatever their original vision was, it could have been a lot better. So I don't know what happened in the making of this movie to make it turn out how it was, but sadly, that's all I gotta say about it. So all in all, Dolittle is, it's a January movie, that's really all I could say about it. We've had some, kind of special gems in the poo-poo pile with January this year, but still, it's a January movie, alright? So, those are my thoughts on Dolittle. And again, if you have any, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you live talking by movies. But anyway, so if you guys have seen Dolittle, then tell me your thoughts about it down below, and we'll see you on the Brockopp side.